First of all, how are you? How's it going?
I'm terrific. I keep getting messages of people saying, I hope you're okay, how's the treatment going? And this is one of the things people don't understand about prostate cancer. In the early stages, there are no symptoms. Yeah. So I have no treatment, no symptoms, they're just observing me. And I've been told you probably won't have any treatment for 10 to 15 years, if at all, because they've caught it so early because I knew about it in advance.
And this is why you're here, to make sure people do catch it.
So the doctor said, could they do what you do, Colin?
I've got to say, if anybody recognises Colin's voice, he's also the voice of The Cube, the game show.
You have one life remaining.
I love it.
Yes.
Can you do a voicemail on my,
sure,
my mobile,
no problem.
please? But as I said, you're here just to raise awareness.
Yeah.
And actually, interestingly enough, your brother was diagnosed just months before your diagnosis.
I was told 17 years ago by a fellow actor, he said, Colin, black men are great risk, 1 in 4, get prostate cancer. When you're over 50, make sure you get a blood test. I went, OK. So I've been doing it for 8 years. And then my 2 brothers, both graduates, very bright, and I said to them both, you know about the PSA blood test? And they went, what? I said, you need to do it. It's a really big risk for black men. And my middle brother, Gary, he did it last year when I told him. He got diagnosed in March. He's early stages, he's OK. I got diagnosed 9 months later. My elder brother's fine. But 2 of us in the same family, which just tells you 1 in 4.
Test, test, test.
Yeah, so they say, the charities say, go to the risk checker on the website and put in your age, your family history of cancer, and your ethnicity. It will tell you the level of risk, and then go to your GP.
So we know blokes in general are terrible at going to the doctor.
Yes.
Is there an ethnic breakdown on that as well?
Yes, they've done, the charity have done loads of research on it, and something like 3/4 of black men don't want to go to the doctor, they don't want to bother them. Don't want to go unless they're in pain.
And that's worse than white guys, is it?
No, I haven't seen the rest of the research on white guys, but I know from my own personal research, just talking to men in general, they don't really like going to the doctors.
No, sure.
Plus, it's difficult to get an appointment. So you've got a whole massive things, plus the fact most people don't know there are no symptoms in the early stages. So what we really want to get across to men, any man listening out there, please understand, there are no symptoms. I have no symptoms, but you say cancer and people go, what treatment are you having? Is it radiotherapy? Is it no, nothing? So I am unlikely to have anything, and if I do, it's going to be 15, 20 years away. So the point is, go now. For men between 45 and 69, if you're over 45 and you're black, get tested. If you're over 50 and you're other men, other ethnicities, get tested.
Are there other symptoms that people, you say in the early stages there aren't any symptoms, can it later develop into symptoms?
Yes, they're very rarely symptoms. The early symptoms tend to be back pain. Okay. And sometimes you might have blood in your urine, but basically, on the whole, in the early stages, when it's curable, treatable, and the new thing they now do is active surveillance. And the one thing I want to say, I know we haven't got long, is that we got Father's Day coming up. A lot of people don't realise that if a man has prostate cancer, his daughter, if he has a daughter, she is at risk of breast and ovarian cancer. Now, that risk is very small. It has to be inherited. And I do have a quote if you want the precise thing, but you haven't got a lot of time, so I'm giving you the general thing. But the point is, fathers out there, if you want to hear anything I'm saying to you today, my gift to you for Father's Day is if you don't care about yourself and you've got a bit of apathy going to the doctors, do it for your daughter. Because prostate cancer is genetic, there's a family link, and you need to get tested. So go on the website, do yourself a favour, do what I did, basically. I'm very lucky, I'm fine, and that's what I need other men to be. And right now, there's a massive lack of awareness. Forget about the finger up the bum, guys. That puts a lot of men off.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Just get the test.
Just get the test done, the PSA blood test. If the doctor says no, go on the website. There are nurse clinicians who can advise you, because doctors, they're also a little bit in the dark.
You know, we went over, but you don't care. We're trying to save lives.
There's more I'd love to tell you,
We've got something important to do.
Yeah. But
also, got to say, I didn't even realise you were British when I watched you in Batman Begins and Dark Knight.
There you go.
Amazing.
It's
so
called
good talking
acting.
to you, Colin.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me on.